Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns, and today we have our March roundup. So I'm going to go through the pictures I've colored this month. Okay, first up is this little cutie. I got her on Etsy. This is a PDF. It is a grayscale coloring book. You get 62 images for under $5, which I thought was fantastic. It's called Enchanted Imagination. I'll put the link in the description box because, like, this little girl's got the Irish hat on, but you could color this any way you wanted. It wouldn't have to be for St. Patrick's Day. So I use Sue colored pencils. There is a real-time color along on the channel if you're interested. Next up is Peter Pan by Fabiana Antanasio, which she is from the Mythographic series, but she did a series of coloring books which I adore, that have to do with, you know, old-time fairy tales and whatnot. But I did this page. Isn't she stinking cute? This little Tinkerbell, sorry, I had a brain fart. I did her with Pan Pastels, Avazar London pencils. I used iridescent medium on the wings and stickles. So there is a real-time color along on the channel of this one as well. So, but I really like how she turned out. Like, look at that pout. How can you resist? For those of you that have been on my channel, you know I like to work in this book when I'm sitting on the couch. And so, let's get to March. This is my experiment book. This is where, you know, I just, geez, center it, Wendy. I just play. I play with different mediums. I just no holds barred here. This was done with Artisto pencils, and if you haven't tried them out, I have a review on the channel. I really like these pencils. They have colored pencils, and then they also have the watercolor pencils. And I'll put a link in the description box below. They often run sales. When I got mine for like $12 for one and $15 for the other, somewhere like that. One was under $15 for a set of 72, and the other was under $20 for a set of 72. And I really enjoy working with them. So this is the first page. This page I used acrylic paint. Believe it or not, I used an acrylic wash on the back, on the background, and, well, as my base layer. If I could talk, I would be happy to share with you what I did. I used it as a base layer, then I went over it with Color Soft pencils, which I also really enjoy working with. Now, they're not for everyone. If you like Prismacolor, you'd probably like Color Soft. But they definitely fall more in the schmooshy category. But I like working with them. But I really like how this page turned out. I thought it, I mean, I love the look. So look for some stuff on my channel using acrylic washes, because I definitely will be sharing that. I have one more here. Give me a sec. Not that one. Here we go. This one I did with Posca pencils. And you know, like I said, I do these on the couch for fun. Sorry, there's a glare. But I really enjoy working in this book. And as you can see, I have made some serious progress. I think I have like 25 more. So I'm kind of fired up to finish this book this year. I didn't think I would, but I think it's a possibility. There is a link in the channel, or there is, I cannot talk at all today. There is a flip through in the channel of all the pages I've colored up until January maybe, or December. So there's quite a few. I did one in this, or two in this one this month. This is another arena of which I'm kind of playing around with, trying to figure out these color by number things. This one I did as a color along with Sophie's Colors, and I will pop her page up just here in the little box here. I think she did a fantastic job. Now she's a new friend that I met via Instagram. So she reached out and asked me if I wanted to do a color along on this page. Now I chose to put stickles all over down here. I really like how it turned out, but I will say this. You have to be really careful when using any wet medium. You have to let things dry between coats. So I use Tombow markers as my first layer. Then there are parts of this, like here on the background, that I colored with Prismacolor to smooth it out. And then I went over certain areas with the stickles. But I got a little bit of bleed through here. Not awful. I think it'll be totally covered up very easily, you know, when I do this page. So I'm not worried about it. But it is something to be aware of, because the only reason it bled is because I added another medium that was wet to a water-activated medium, Tombows, and saturated the paper a little too much. I should have put my stickles on in layers. So put a little stickle on when you're using a water-activated medium. So that was 100% operator error. I also did this page. Now this page was done in acrylic markers. I had just got the Arctics acrylic markers, and I really like them. And I think that this is a good way to go. Now there is some streaks. I don't know how much it shows up on the camera. It definitely shows up to me. I wish I had, believe it or not, so I bought the 260 boxes. But I only ended up with like 85 markers because there was a lot of duplicates. And so this marker is actually from this cheapo brand that I bought. It's the Paper Studio brand, which is, I'm drawing a blank, Michael's? Hobby Lobby. Where'd I buy these? Hobby Lobby. These are Hobby Lobby. I'm having a day, guys. But I thought that they did really well. Now, granted, I haven't used them a lot. It's just this one little thing. But they were $7.49, but they were half off because, you know, Hobby Lobby does their 50% off the Paper Studio quite a bit. And so they were, what, $3.75 for 12 markers. So I was like, what the heck? And I'm glad I did, because it filled in a color that I didn't have in the Arctics. But I do like how it covers most colors, cover most, this entire flip through, this whole video is going to be the blooper reel. I should just start it at the beginning and let it play through the whole thing. I apologize, guys. I like how the acrylic markers cover the color by numbers. Wow, Wendy, just wow. Okay, moving along. So you know I'm doing, you know, a color along of every page in this book in the Minor Rice at Dirge Africa. So I did two, let's see, let's start in order. So I did this map page. And basically what I did was I used the same colors that I had used when I colored this page and I colored the map. I basically used the exact same colors to color this map, and I really like how this page turned out. It was done with Polychromos colored pencils and then Posca pen for the white highlights. And did I use... I think I used Distress ink on this too. I think I put a base layer of Distress ink on it. So, pretty sure I did. There is a full color along because every page is going to be a color along. And then I decided, before I forgot all the colors that I used here, that I would use the same colors in this page. So, and once again, I like how it turned out. I think I like these warm, earthy colors. And I will give you just a little sneaky peeky. Look what page I colored. I did a double page spread coming up soon, so watch for that. We're going to get away from our earthy, muted tones, and we're going to use some bright colors because, you know, it's spring and we need a little pick-me-up. Okay. Next up is Makiko Inatomi. I'm sorry, Makiko. I probably trash her name every time. But this is Seasonal Wreaths of Plants and Friends. And Tanya's Colors and I are doing a hashtag on Instagram using this book. So for April, May, and June, and the dates are on, there's a hashtag thing. I'll try and flash it up on the screen. So for those 3 months, if you color something in the spring section, then at the end of that time, I will do a video highlighting all of the pictures, and Tanya's doing some sort of thing like where when you put them up there, then she puts them on her stories and highlights them on her channel on Instagram. So anyway, I'll put the hashtag up on the screen when I edit, along with a picture of the color along so that you can take part. We're going to do this every quarter. So we started in spring and we'll work our way through the book. But this is the one that I colored. Now, I used Prismacolor and a tiny bit of Posca, but I'm not 100% convinced that I love the black in it. Here it is with no black, and I think I prefer it. I don't hate it, but it didn't turn out the way I pictured it in my mind. I'm sure I'm not the only one this has ever happened to, but overall I do like the page. But like I said, the black dulled it down just a little bit for me. I had a blue there. I didn't really like the blue. So, you know, it doesn't always work out the way we like. But it's not a bad page. And you know what, guys? That's how we learn. We do things. If we don't do things, we don't learn. Okay. Last one is in this fun book. Same author, Makiko Inatomi. And this is Wild Yoyuri Mouse Adventures or Travel Adventures or something like that. There'll be a link in the description box below to where I found these books. You can get them on Amazon Japan. I tend to use the lady on Etsy just because it's easier for me, and you know, and the two ladies that I use on Etsy, they just do a phenomenal job of packaging and all of that. So, but this is the one that I did. This is a color along with Miss Christine, Toronto. Oh, she is laughing right now, I know, because I always like butcher her name. but she loves me anyway. We have done quite a few color alongs together, and we're going to be doing some more, but we picked out this page, and as she says, there's a lot of bits and bobs. So I'll flash hers up because it's stunning, and but I just love doing buddy colors because oftentimes they turn out totally different, and I love that because while I really like how my page turned out, hers is just beautiful. And so, you know, it's fun to see how other people do the exact same thing. But I used Black Widow pencils in this. I really wanted kind of more of the lighter tones in this because all the versions I had seen online all had darker wood. So I wanted to challenge myself to do something a little bit different, and I really wanted to go with a sage lavender kind of color palette. But that's it for March. Guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you not clicking off after all of my little bloop bloop bloops. And until next time, happy coloring. Take care. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you enjoy adult coloring content, please consider subscribing. You can now find me on Instagram and Facebook as well. I welcome all comments and suggestions. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And until next time, take care.